Okay, so today is day 8. The countdown continues. We are awaiting Stronghold Digital Mining's investor presentation, which will include results for Q4 2022, and will hopefully, include some context and color as to what's happening right now during Q1 2023. There are 3 things, from my perspective, at least at a bare minimum, these 3 things that we need to talk about. And we need to prove to the market beyond a reasonable doubt that these 3 things are absolutely true. The first thing that we need to prove beyond a reasonable doubt is that our overall financial structure is really at a point now where we can survive a crypto winter that's going to be a bit longer than some industry observers have perhaps been predicting. I think we're going to be able to do that for a variety of reasons. But I think it's going to be critical that we synthesize all of those reasons into a really coherent, persuasive presentation that makes it abundantly clear, without a shadow of a doubt, that we can survive this crypto winter. That's the first thing. The second thing that I think it's really important that we do to prove to the market beyond a reasonable doubt that we can make it is that we actually talk about how we've been able to toggle the various levers within the business to maximize revenue. I think that's really important because for a lot of market participants, a Bitcoin mining operation involves plugging a Bitcoin mining machine into a proverbial outlet and then sitting back and waiting for there to be something that happens with regard to the price of Bitcoin or with regard to the network hash rate or both, that will then produce a profit, or at least a positive return on investment. We at Stronghold Digital Mining, the company, has some additional buttons and options, that can be leveraged and used to generate revenue. So I think it's really critical that we again push that narrative, that message, not even a narrative, it's a fact. I mean, this is like reality, into the market, and that we do so in a very clear and convincing way. The third thing that I think is crucial is that we really talk about how we are planning to maintain the highest amount of uptime possible. Uptime for the power plants when it's relevant to run the power plants, and perhaps most crucially in this current environment where grid prices are depressed and we are obviously attempting to maximize our margin by hopefully in many instances importing power from the grid to mine Bitcoin. Well, we really want to also emphasize what steps we've taken to maximize the data center uptime. Power prices can be 0, but if our data centers are offline, it does us no good. So those 3 things. We've got the financial structure in place to survive the crypto winter. Item number 2, hey, these are the various toggles and buttons and options that we have to produce revenue. And by the way, check out Q4 2022, how we were able to sell power to the grid quite profitably and help stabilize the grid. And perhaps, by contrast, in Q1 2023, hey, now we're leveraging our ability to import power from the grid to mine Bitcoin at really good prices. So, you know what I mean? We want to really focus on that. And then the third thing is just, again, with regard to the uptime. It's really, really critical that we emphasize just how much care and effort and thought has been put into keeping our operations online and active as often as possible. So those are the 3 things that, amongst many, that I'll be looking for in this investor presentation, and that I'm confident, I know, will certainly be addressed in one form or another. Okay, this is day 8. Tomorrow's day 9. The countdown continues. See you then.